and it's based on something called as advanced Ayurveda. Well, let me take you through some of the updates which I have to give you. Everybody has, is in a panic mode again. So after this thing happened last week, so everybody, in fact, across the world is in a panic mode. So even in India, so we are having a lot of information. And the good thing about this is they have identified what exactly this is at its earliest stage, which is important. So in fact, the America has detected its first case of UK coronavirus variant in Colorado. So probably, there was a time when this virus was named as a Chinese virus. Now, probably it's a time when it is named as UK virus now. So this is how the mutations happen actually. It's not about geography, which plays a very important role here. The mutations can happen now and then, which is quite common in the viruses. This was what I was talking about even probably around 6 KYPs back. I was talking about mutations actually. So this is what exactly happens in a pandemic. This is quite common. So until the mutations stop, the viruses will never stop actually. So this is a mutated virus. I don't know how exactly this mutated virus happened, but viruses have their intrinsic behavior, which normally changes inside a human body, by which the mutations normally happen. That is how it is. And these mutations can cause severe side effects and severe problems in human beings also. So, this particular virus normally transmits from person to person again. It's a kind of a coronavirus itself, but it has changed its behavior now. Probably it might not cause a fever, it might not cause a cough or a cold, it might cause something else which we don't know. So this is what exactly happens when a new thing enters into our systems. But the only thing, as I normally repeat, the only thing which can save us all is our intrinsic immunity or the innate immunity, which is very important. So whenever you keep your innate immunity upright, so automatically any mutation which can happen or any vaccine which is given to you will not cause any problem inside the human body. So this is what the health authorities are also telling these days. In fact, when you look into the CDC and FDA statements, they are clearly telling that please isolate yourself. Suppose if you are identified with this UK virus, and ultimately after some time, this UK virus is also going to fade off because your immunity will take up the control of the body. So this is how exactly it happens. This is where the immunity is actually playing a very important role. Friends, this is only one strain of virus which has come out. There might be hundreds of them we don't know. This is where the viruses are always causing problems. So don't have to worry about it. These things come and go, but take care of your immunity. So this is where the whole, the issue is all about. So the next thing is, there's an article which has appeared on the first post. They have named this virus also. Okay, so this is another thing which is actually happening in the world. They discover a virus, they name it, and everybody starts talking about it. Nobody knew. See, actually, when we were students of medicine, coronaviruses were actually a chapter. So we had, in fact, studied about coronaviruses, but there was nothing called as coronavirus 19. COVID-19 was not there. It all depends on the year of discovery. So now this has become a generalized talk across the world that people are all talking about COVID-19, COVID-19, without knowing what coronavirus is all about. Only the medical students who have read medicine, they know what coronavirus is all about. So this they have named this particular new UK virus strain as well. So what they are trying to call this is it's called as H67V70. You can see on the screen actually. It's called as H69V70. This is where this particular strain is actually there. Okay. This particular strain was discovered in the United Kingdom after it got mutated. So, in fact, now they are telling that probably in a country like India, this mutated strain was there in the month of October or September itself, and it is veered off now. We don't know. So, that is how the historical data actually helps you out. So, they try to name them. So, this is how the data is actually given, and they do a RT-PCR test, which normally is done for coronaviruses. And this RT-PCR test, in fact, finds out these different strains of viruses as well. So this is where the mutations are actually causing the problems. So going ahead, friends, again, FDA says that 1 in 6 who share home with COVID will get sick, and this ratio is going to increase again. I'm telling you, because 1 in 6 who share home with COVID patient will get sick. Initially, the authorities were very strict. Later on, the dilution happened, and in fact, the people were started to roam about. So now, people have started sharing home with the other guy or other girl who probably has coronavirus and nobody knows about it. Now the FDA is releasing a data stating that 1 in 6 people who share home with COVID-19 patient will get sick. But what about the remaining 5 people? So remaining 4 people, in fact. So this is, we don't know exactly. See, that is where the point of immunity actually plays a very important role. If only one person is getting sick and the remaining people are absolutely okay, what is actually preventing them from getting affected? It is only the part of immunity that we have to consider here. That is the reason why all the Indus Viva products, for that matter, it's inclusive of iVed, they are the best immune boosting supplements. Whenever you are consuming this on a daily basis, automatically you will have the best of the best innate immunity or the internal immunity, which can definitely help you in getting this resistance against this COVID-19 conditions. This is how the world is actually going about today. So going ahead, friends, everybody is talking about COVID-19 vaccines. So everywhere across the world, the governments are planning cold chains to store these vaccines. How exactly this can be delivered to the last person on this planet? So that is where the whole system is, talking about today. But again, even though it is a vaccine, it's called as a live attenuated vaccine, just like your polio vaccine actually. It contains a life stain of the virus. See, normally whenever something is injected in your body, this becomes a foreign body actually. It is not your own thing. Even though it is an injection or a vaccine or whatever it is, whenever it goes inside your body, it becomes a foreign body. So this thing is also a foreign body actually. See, there are several early reports stating that facial paralysis can happen after the COVID-19 vaccine is given. This is just an early indication. I'm not trying to tell that this should happen. This can happen. So this may happen in the future. We don't know. But this cannot happen. See, there are several studies to prove it actually, finally. But this is one adverse drug reaction which has come out after the vaccination is given. The other important way that you have to think about in selling iVed or promoting iVed is this particular, people, some people call this as a myth. No, there are no side effects of viruses. That is what they tell them. But 100% the side effects will be there, I'm telling you, as a medical scientist, because it is a foreign body. So whenever you inhale a foreign body, suppose, see, you are having dust in your house. So whenever the dust enters into your nose, you will definitely sneeze. Your body will resist the dust, which means that anything which is foreign to you, your body will try to throw it out by showing some side effects or adverse drug reactions. This is bound to happen. So that is the reason why there are reported adverse drug reactions which can happen even after the vaccinations are given. But as I am telling you right now, Ayurveda is an immune boosting supplement. So the promotion should happen in such a way that even after the vaccinations are given, some mild side effects are seen. That is the reason why whenever you are continuously consuming Ayurveda on a daily basis, definitely you can cut short or cut down these side effects of the vaccinations as well. So this is how your promotional strategies must be. So that is how exactly this particular product iVed will help you out. Well, that is where we all talk about the concept of herd immunity again. The world is reaching towards herd immunity because vaccinations are on in some of the countries. In some of the countries, vaccinations are still far away, but still, people are very, they have become resistant. In fact, in a country like India or Nepal, for that matter, these things have been a common issue actually. Coronaviruses have been hyped to the core now, but India is not new to any such pandemic before. We had smallpox, we had polio, we had other kinds of viral diseases like the Spanish flu. Everything was there in India or Nepal, for that matter, or Sri Lanka, or wherever the subcontinent is. And the people came over it somehow. The resistance developed. So that is the reason why herd immunity is very important. As I normally tell you, herd immunity happens by three important ways. One thing is, suppose if you are getting vaccinations on time and if you develop antibodies, then the herd immunity will be obtained. Second thing, suppose if you get the disease and then develop the antibodies, the herd immunity will develop. The third important way is whenever you are continuously taking in the immune boosting supplements, then the herd immunity will definitely develop. This is how the three ways of developing herd immunity is all about. Well, the third way is the most important way, the most easiest way. So try to take the immune boosting supplements on a daily basis so that your internal immunity or the innate immunity will be enhanced, by which you will not suffer from any kind of a dreadful disease in the future. This is what is exactly called as herd immunity, my dear friends. So going ahead now, So iVed is a very important product which is based on advanced Ayurveda. Well, advanced Ayurveda is something which is based on ancient Ayurveda. In fact, ancient Ayurveda is a system of medicine. In fact, you should call this as a lifestyle, which was propounded in the Indian subcontinent around 1500 BC. So, in fact, it should not be called as a system of medicine, but normally, conventionally, what people call this as it's an alternative medicine, actually, basically. But Ayurveda is mostly focused on simple and logical therapies rather than very sophisticated technologies which were used before, which there was no sophisticated technologies before. So, what is the basis of Ayurveda? The basis of Ayurveda is actually the basis of Ayurveda itself. So, Ayurveda is preventive in nature. So, whenever someone wants to prevent a kind of a disease in future, it is always important for them to consider Ayurveda as a system of lifestyle. Ayurveda is holistic in nature, which means that Ayurveda is a system which provides relief from the head till the toe. It is not confined to one organ or the system, it is confined to the entire body. We consider entire body as a part which is to be rectified or which is to be repaired. Ayurveda is considered to be alternative as well, which means that it doesn't have any side effects. That is the first and the foremost thing. If you ask any person who is considering an Ayurvedic product in India or Nepal or elsewhere, they will first tell that okay, Ayurvedic products are not having side effects. That is the first thing which comes into the mouth because it doesn't have any chemicals in them. Finally, Ayurveda is complementary as well. It has a lot of health benefits. In fact, we are concentrating on holistic health here. We are not trying to cure the disease immediately. We are trying to establish the health in a human being. This is what exactly Ayurveda is talking about. I hope my point is clear to everyone. So, Ayurveda is not only physical, Ayurveda is nutritional, it is environmental, it is emotional, it is social, it is spiritual, and it has a lot of lifestyle values. How does it do all these things? It also has a lot of medicinal plants or botanical ingredients, which are otherwise called as botanical drugs. And surgical aspects are also involved in Ayurveda, but we are mainly concentrating on the medicinal plants or the botanical ingredients which are present in this textbooks of Ayurveda, very ancient textbooks of Ayurveda, where we have tried to formulate this product, Ayurveda. Well, friends, the same thing has been told by the World Health Organization also 100 years back. They also consider health as a 360-degree concept. It is not only pertaining to your physical health, it also encompasses your mental health, your social health, your financial health, your spiritual well being. Health is not only confined to your physical health, but it encompasses a 360 degree of values, which includes your mental health, your social health, your financial, and the spiritual well being also. So, whenever a person is having all these kinds of health together, then he or she is said to be healthy. This is what is exactly called as health. And this is what is followed by the Indus Viva Health Sciences even as I speak right now. We follow this 360-degree concept of health. So, what is the objective of wellness? Hippocrates, in fact, who was the father of modern medicine, he also was of the opinion that let food be the medicine. This is very important. In fact, whenever you look into the history of modern medicine, you cannot produce anything from the scratch. Nothing can be produced from the scratch. There has to be a raw material. The raw material which was used in most of these modern medications were plants. Something came out of the plants, they synthesized the molecules, then a modern drug was developed. This was how the whole world evolved actually. It was not like, the modern medicine like paracetamol fell from the skies. It did not happen. They tried to synthesize these medicinal plants and then they found out molecules which were synthetic in nature. That is what is exactly about the modern medicine. You have lots of examples. The drug like Syncona, which is used for various fevers, is from a plant. A heart, suppose if your heart stops or there is an impairment in the heartbeat, they give a drug called as digitoxin, which is derived from a plant. There are lots of such things actually which is used in cancer. So these are the medicinal plants which are synthesized to make the modern medicine. So that it exactly means that even the modern medicine has its roots traced back to the ancient Ayurveda or medicinal plants, my dear friends. This is how exactly the medicine evolved. So what Hippocrates has to say here is, let food be your medicine. This is very important. Whenever your diet is proper, you don't require any medicines. But that is where the whole point of discussion is all about. Our diet is improper. We don't have sufficient calories in our diet. We don't have sufficient nutrition in our diet. We don't have the proper, the content in our diet. We have a lot of artificial colors, a lot of artificial flavors, preservatives, salts like MSM, what name them. The preservatives like the parabens, the sweeteners that we are using, like the asulfame, potassium. These are all the things which are actually causing a lot of problems to the human body. In fact, the children are in fact prone to a lot of such malnutrition issues because of the consumption of such items. They usually eat a lot of fried items like the chips or whatever it is, the wafers. All these things contain a lot of preservatives and such things. That is the reason why whenever your diet is improper, we are resorting to medicines. But whenever our diet is proper, you do not require any medicines. Whenever you look into the ancient society, which prevailed across the world, people were not taking medicines on a daily basis. Nobody used to take anything because they used to eat well. They used to prepare food at home. There were never, something called as restaurants or hotels long back. Everything was done at home and everything was fine. But nowadays it is not possible. So everybody is traveling around and everybody is resorting to a lot of other things. That is the reason why we are resorting ourselves to medicines. So what is iVed? iVed is actually called as a dietary supplement. We call this as a dietary supplement in the American market because whenever your diet is improper, you have to supplement your diet with a product which can nourish your body at the same point of time, which can treat your body with various ailments. That is what is exactly called as dietary supplement as per the US FDA. That is what we are also into. iVed is actually called as a dietary supplement in the US market. Well, friends, there are a lot of similarities between Ayurveda and yoga as well. So, in fact, yoga and Ayurveda go hand in hand, in fact. So, in fact, if you see, both of them are very ancient sciences. In fact, Ayurveda is older than yoga. A lot of concepts of yoga are present in Ayurveda. Well, the American society, in fact, or the Western world, in fact, has accepted Ayurveda and yoga today. They know what is the relevance of Ayurveda and yoga. A lot of Westerners do come to India and Nepal or wherever Ayurveda is, and they try to learn Ayurveda these days. This is because they are finding it interesting and they are finding this as a holistic system of medicine which can help them out in long standing diseases. So, in fact, Ayurveda has a lot of concepts of yoga, and that is one of the areas where we may promote Ayurveda as well. So, wherever the yoga centers are there, wherever the wellness centers are there, you may target such centers and talk to them about this wonderful product so that you can promote them very well there. Well, Ayurveda also talks about the concept of wellness. In fact, this is a very important slide because this is where the whole gist of Ayurveda is. See, health is a perfect balance of properly functioning life forces. Life forces, in the sense, I'm talking about the respiratory system of the human body. Ayurveda is a product which will help you, in getting rid of the respiratory ailments by improving the immunity part. Metabolic is also very important. Metabolism is nothing but your digestion and metabolism. Every day, if your digestion and metabolism is proper, you will not suffer from any kind of a disease in the future. The third thing is structural problems. This is one area that the whole world has to look into. Structural issues can be rectified inside the body without resorting yourselves to any kind of a surgery. Excretory system, a lot of issues related to constipation, piles. People are suffering from hemorrhoids, especially in the US market, the irritable bowel syndrome. We call this as a IBS, as well as the ulcerative colitis. These are some of the autoimmune diseases which are actually prevailing in the US markets. So, such things are concentrated as a part of wellness. When these four systems, whatever is there on the screen, is properly maintained, the body will be maintained. The health will be maintained in the body. This was actually told long back in the Sushruta Samhita, dating back to 500 BC, in fact. And that is what is exact basis of what Ayurveda is all about. Well, as I already told you, like Ayurveda is a product which is based on advanced Ayurveda. In fact, advanced Ayurveda is a gift of Indus Viva to the whole world. It is a gift of Indus Viva to the whole world, actually. So, in fact, what is advanced Ayurveda? We are transforming from traditional Ayurveda to modernized healthcare supplement products. We call this as hybrid research. See, some people do have a question that why do you want to research Ayurveda, which is already established? See, the thing that I told you in the beginning, Ayurveda is an ancient science. All the textbooks of Ayurveda, when you see, they are belonging to 500 BC or 1500 BC, in fact. There were no sophisticated technologies to substantiate or prove the elements. We have to prove things now. Whenever you want to establish something, you have to prove it. You have to prove it beyond doubt. That is where the point of advanced Ayurveda comes in actually. We are trying to prove the ancient things by using modern sophisticated technology so that the ancient things are substantially proven beyond doubt today. This is what is the importance of advanced Ayurveda. In fact, advanced Ayurveda basically concentrates on the safety of the product, efficacy of the product, and the proof of concept by using world class experimental models, chemical profiling, and such things, which we are actually doing on a daily basis. In fact, to put advanced Ayurveda in a nutshell, this is what exactly it looks like. We are digging the secrets, we are excavating the secrets from the ancient Ayurveda. We are doing a lot of microbiological studies, we are doing a lot of chemical profiling, we are doing a lot of instrumentation analysis. By doing this, we are trying to establish an ancient product in a modern form. This is what is exactly called as advanced Ayurveda, my dear friends. So, iVed is a product which is based on the holistic principles of Ayurveda, which is preventive in nature, which is holistic in nature, which is alternative in nature, which is complementary in nature. So, whenever you are promoting iVed to someone in the US or someone in India or someone elsewhere in the world, the first and the foremost thing you should speak about iVed is you have to talk about these 4 points. So when someone asks you what exactly iVed is a preventive product, it is a holistic product, it is an alternative product, it is a complementary product. Finally, it is a dietary supplement product. This is what your first set of description must be. So going ahead, iVed is a 100% natural product. That is the next sentence that you need to tell. 100% natural product, which is based on the traditional principles of Ayurveda, validated by modern science and technology. So, in fact, it is a 100% natural product. It is delivered to you with a holistic combination of traditional Ayurvedic compositions along with the goodness of antioxidant fruits in a juice form. This is important. Ayurveda basically is in a juice form. Juice in the sense that it's in a liquid form. It is not in a solid form. Probably someone who have already consumed it or using it, they would get to know this. It is not in a solid form. It is in a juice form, which is it is not semi-solid. Also, it is in a form of a juice itself, liquid form. It contains 4 Ayurvedic formulations along with the goodness of antioxidant fruits. It is in fact a fortified version of iPulse. It is a specialized version of iPulse, in fact. In fact, iPulse contains only 15 antioxidant fruits, whereas iVed contains 4 Ayurvedic formulations along with 15 antioxidant fruits. That is why it is called as a fortified version of iPulse. This is how iVed looks like. The labeling of the iVed, so far as the labeling is concerned. See, what exactly the relevance of this labeling is, this is somewhat totally different from the Indian and the Nepalese labeling, wherever if you consider the subcontinent. Uh, in fact, this particular iVed, the labeling is based on the US FDA regulations. There are two important things that you should notice here. One is the manufacturing facility. Second is the supplement facts. The manufacturing facility is we are formulating the product. We are manufacturing the product in a company called as the Vaco Bottling Limited in the state of Texas. This Vaco Bottling is a wonderful plant. You can see them on the website as well. You can visit their website. It's a wonderful manufacturing unit that has given us a dedicated line for manufacturing this wonderful product iVed. So it is run by an American company there. So it's called as Vaco Bottling. Mr. Patrick is actually the CEO of it. It's a wonderful system they have. They have a lot of automated processes, which is as per the USFDA guidelines. This is very important. Their facility is registered with the USFDA, which is very important. Second thing is the supplement facts, which is as per the principles of the USFDA. In fact, the USFDA considers iVed as a complementary and alternative medicinal product. USFDA considers this as a complementary and an alternative medicinal product. So such products should have these two restrictions here. One thing is a manufacturing facility. The second thing is the supplement facts have to be vetted by the USFDA. When these two are proper, the USFDA gives a go ahead for the manufacturing of this wonderful product, iVed, my dear friends. In fact, whenever you look into the supplement fact tables, each and every ingredient of iVed is actually printed there. Each and every ingredient of iVed. So going ahead, Just before I go into the ingredients of iVed, again I would like to repeat this wonderful point. People are now used to seeing televisions. A lot of tech savvy people have arisen across the world. So, in fact, immunity is one thing which is being exploited these days by showing your respiratory system most of the times. Well, friends, coronavirus, all the time when you are seeing this and they're showing the lungs and they're showing the respiratory system, that is all fine. But your immunity is not only confined to the respiratory system, it is present across your body. Starting from your saliva, your mucous membranes in the mouth, the immunity system starts. Your lymphatic vessels, the lymphatic vessels in the body, they are the carriers of immunity. The thymus, which is a very important organ which is behind your thyroid, it is also a wonderful immune system. Your skin, the largest organ of the human body, is also an immune system regulating organ. The bone marrow inside your bones regulates your immunity. The tonsils, which are present in your throat, they are regulating immunity. The spleen, which is an organ which is present in the left side of your abdomen, that is also regulating immunity, which means that these are the major areas where immunity has to be modulated. Immune modification happens here. That is the reason why these are the areas where iVed also helps out the best of the best immunity in keeping up your immunity upright so that you will not suffer from any kind of an infection in the future. This is what is exactly the relevance of immune system, my dear friends. So going ahead, iVed basically contains 50 herbal ingredients. It has 50 herbal ingredients which are derived from four traditional Ayurvedic formulations along with the goodness of antioxidant fruits. This is very important. It has four traditional Ayurvedic formulations along with the goodness of antioxidant fruits. That is what is the importance of the iVed. So totally it has 50 ingredients. So, in fact, Ayurveda is actually based on an ancient traditional principle called as the law of similarities. Law of similarity is something which could be explained like this, which is also accepted by the modern scientists as well today. Whatever happens in the external world happens inside the human body. You have water in the external world, you have water inside the human body. In fact, majority of the human body is made up of water. You have fire in the external world, you have fire inside your stomach called as hydrochloric acid. Similarly, you have space in the external world, you have space inside the human body. So, this is how the law of similarity is actually propounded. So, in fact, the ancient sages of Ayurveda, in fact, identified the medicinal plants and their parts which resembled the human body's organs. This was how the possibilities of law of similarities was propounded. And this is how it is also scientifically validated today, my dear friends. So, going ahead, the first and the most important ingredient which is present in Ayurveda is called as Saraswata Churnam. Saraswata Churnam contains a wonderful botanical plant called as Centella asiatica, which we also call it as Brahmi in the Indian terminologies. This is a wonderful plant which will enhance or support your brain health because when you see the leaf of the plant, it is resembling the human brain. This is how this wonderful ingredient is helping us in supporting the brain health. I hope my point is clear to you. So this particular Saraswata Churnam promotes self-confidence, it promotes positive thinking and fulfillment, it supports emotional stability as well. All the herbs in combination supports resistance to the emotional stress. It enhances the memory, cognition, attention, as well as focus. All these are the mental attributes. Whenever these things are kept upright, your neurological problems, your psychological problems are kept at bay. This is how this wonderful ingredient, Saraswata Churnam, is helping you all in enhancing or supporting your brain health. The next important ingredient which is present in this product, Ayurveda, is called as the Partha Arthadharishtam is also called as Arjuna Arishtam. In fact, this wonderful name, Terminalia Arjuna, was Latinized. It was given by the European people, in fact, for this wonderful plant. So, this Terminalia Arjuna is also known for supporting your heart health because the fruits, whenever you look into the fruits of this Terminalia Arjuna, the four chambers of the heart can be seen in this fruit actually. See, the fruit resembles the four chambers of the human heart. This is how the ancient sages discovered that this wonderful ingredient can be used for heart health. So, in fact, this Parthadirishtam provides total heart protection. It gives you cholesterol protection as well. It balances the healthy ratio of bad cholesterol and good cholesterol, which we call this as the LDL and the HDL. It also strengthens the liver function. It improves your bile secretion. It flushes the cholesterol from the eliminative tract. It regulates the fat metabolism. It purifies the blood and fat tissues and flushes the excess toxins out of the body. Basically, what it does is it does detoxification. This is very important. It detoxifies your body so that you remove all the toxins out of the body and ultimately the body will be purified. The next important ingredient which is present in this product is called as Bilva Dileham. Bilva Dileham contains a wonderful plant called as Agel marmelis, which we call this as a wood apple or the bale fruit. In fact, the shape of the bale fruit resembles the gut or the stomach of the human being. That is how this is very important for the gut health. Why I'm telling you this is normally the most important disorder which is found in the US, especially is the irritable bowel syndrome (IBS). IBS is a psychosomatic disorder. It is connected to your brain as well as the stomach. In fact, this Bilva Dileham supports normal gut health because gut is an area where your immunity also develops. This is very important. So, to maintain the gut bacteria, there are some useful bacteria which is present in your gut, not harmful bacteria, useful bacteria. Whenever you maintain the atmosphere of the gut well, these bacteria also survive well, so that your digestion and metabolism happen properly. That is why this Bilva Dileham is actually helping you all out. It maintains your gut health, which is very important for maintaining the overall immunity of your body. So the last important ingredient which is present in this iVed is called as a Panchanimba Churnam. In fact, the Panchanimba Churnam contains this wonderful ingredient called as neem. This neem is actually known for supporting your liver health. In fact, the neem is the leaves of the neem resemble the liver of the human being. Whenever you look into the neem leaves, the shape actually resembles the liver. This is how the liver health is actually maintained. This Panchanimba Churnam, everybody knows that neem leaves are very bitter. They are not sweet, but bitter is very important for the human body. Sweet is very bad, but bitter is very important. But too much bitter is also very bad. So we are regulating the bitter so that you will not find bitterness whenever you are drinking this ive. So this particular neem is very important for supporting the healthy liver function. In fact, it effectively detoxifies the liver and helps in maintaining normal absorption, digestion, assimilation, and excretion processes. It in fact purifies your blood and helps in maintaining the skin health as well. So whenever the blood is purified, your skin is also maintained. Your skin health is maintained. This is because, as I told you, skin is the largest organ of the human body. Below your skin, the small blood vessels are present. They are called as capillaries. So whenever your liver is purified, your blood is purified. The purified blood will circulate inside your capillaries below the skin so that your skin glow will be enhanced, your skin health will be maintained. This is how this wonderful ingredient Panchanimba Churnam is helping you out in detoxifying your liver, in purifying your liver, in purifying your blood, and ultimately maintaining your skin health. I hope the point is clear to everybody. So, friends, along with this, as I told you, Ayurveda also contains a synergistic composition of 15 antioxidant fruits. One important thing I want to tell you here, the fruits do not contain potassium. It's one of the major questions which comes out because potassium is very harmful for heart patients, very harmful for kidney related issues. You don't have to worry about it. These fruits have very negligible potassium, which are inherent. There is no added potassium. So I hope the point is clear. So you don't have to worry about the potassium point. It contains the acai berry, the blueberry, the blackberry, all kinds of berries. It also has a lot of other fruits like the grapes, the black grapes, the white grapes, which are richest source of antioxidants as well. So these antioxidants combined with the Ayurvedic ingredients is called as Ayurveda. I hope my point is clear to everybody. Well, friends, Ayurveda must be consumed similarly to iPulse. That is 30 ml in the morning, which is one fluid ounce in the morning, and 30 ml in the night, half an hour before your meals. This is how you need to consume Ayurveda. Ayurveda can be consumed safely for longer duration without worrying much about the side effects. Well, so far as the pediatric group is concerned, it is always important for you to consume Ayurveda above 8 years of age. Above 8 years of age, children should be given Ayurveda, not below 8 years of age. Normally, none of the supplements have to be given below 80 years of age. Till the geriatric population, it can be safely used without worrying much about the side effects. Well, friends, iVed is actually called as a herbal supplement or a dietary supplement. As I told you, it's not a hard and fast rule that iVed should be given only to a deceased person. It can be given to an otherwise normal individual also. Whenever a person is normal without any problems, please do give iVed to them because it can prevent and protect them from all kinds of dreadful diseases in the future. It is a preventive product. Always try to think about the four important definitions I told you. iVed is a preventive product, iVed is a holistic product, iVed is an alternative product, iVed is a complementary product. This is how you need to think about it and then promote the product. It is not a replacement for mainstream medicine. So, whenever someone is consuming a mainstream medicine like insulin or something, you don't have to stop it. Along with that, it can be given. That is why it is called as an alternative product. It can be taken along with other medications. It has lesser to no side effects. That is how this wonderful product iVed will help out in your body, my dear friends. So thank you so much, Vivites, for your patient listening and patient watching as well. So let us all join hands together to make this world an illness-free place and try to establish this wellness across the world. Thank you so much for your patient watching. Thanks a lot. Thank over to Ms. Sonu.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this informative session, sir. It was a great session. And now let's jump into the question answer round. We have few questions. So the first question is, can we suggest Indus products along with their homeo medicine, acidity or ulcer problems? Only iPulse is advisable, or we have to use both iPulse and iCoffee in combination?
See, it can be used along with any other system of medicine as well. As I told you, all the Indus products, for that matter, they don't have any drug to drug interactions. We call this as drug to drug interactions. So people do talk about this. Whenever you consume something along with some product, they will have a lot of interactions. I'll give you an example. Especially in the US, they talk about this grapefruit. The grapefruit should not be used along with blood thinners like aspirin. This causes a lot of problems. This is what is called as drug to drug interactions. Such drug to drug interactions are not present in our products. Either it is iVed or iPulse or iCoffee, whatever it is. For this particular question of acidity, you can use both iPulse and iCoffee in combination along with the other systems of medicines also, which will not cause any side effects.
Okay, sir. The next question is diabetic person complaining about rise in sugar levels when they consume both iPulse and iCoffee or iVed and iCoffee in combination. So what?
Suppose if some, yeah,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, suppose if someone has raised their sugar levels after the consumption of iPulse or iCoffee for that matter, what they need to do is iCoffee must be stopped in the mornings. They have to continue iCoffee in the afternoon, half an hour before their lunch, and one sachet of iCoffee in the night, half an hour before their dinner. Morning, they have to stop iCoffee. Eye pulse must be taken 20 ml in the morning, half an hour before breakfast, and 20 ml in the night, half an hour before dinner. If they do this process, their elevated blood sugar levels will decrease.
Okay, sir. The next question is about this potassium. How should we explain the potassium content in banana?
See, that is what. See, what I was trying to tell here is banana is the richest source of potassium. What we are trying to use here is these are the fruits which are going into Ayurveda itself, they are negligent with potassium. We are selecting such fruit pulps which are devoid of potassium. So you don't have to worry about the potassium point itself. The raw material which goes inside, the product itself will not have potassium. So there is no question of potassium coming out actually. So that is the reason why these potassium, even though if it is present in very negligible amounts, we call them as ppm amounts, this will not cause any botheration to the human body. So don't have to worry about it.
Okay, okay, sir. Uh, okay, so the next question is, can Ayurveda control and cure kidney diseases?
Well, see, again, I would like to tell you once the kidney issues start, it is always about refraining from the liquids. The body has to be kept low on liquids or fluids because whenever you consume more fluids, automatically the kidney issues will increase a lot. Definitely, a kidney patient, even though he or she is on dialysis, they can consume up to 1.5 liters of fluids on a daily basis. Based on this particular medicinal principle, it is important that you can definitely consume iVed. There is no problems. 30 ml iVed 2 times in a day, or iPulse also for that matter, 30 ml twice daily will not cause any kidney issues, and they can have a lot of improvement in the kidney issues as well.
Okay, sir. Okay. The next question is, if we see less vitamin D, can we recommend Ayurveda?
No, because iVed does not contain added vitamins, and vitamin D is one thing which is insoluble in water, which means that the product does not have vitamin D. Vitamin D will not stay in the product. The richest source of vitamin D is always the sunlight. Sunlight is the only source of vitamin D which can be absorbed into the body actually. But the thing is, there are a lot of vitamin D supplements which are available today, which can be taken as a supplement, but iVed does not contain vitamin D.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, that's all for today.